Hi, I'm Ashley with the Valley Film Festival, and I'm here with our selection Nice Shoes, which is a music video, and it's a sci-fi extravaganza with over 40 classic movie references. I'm here with actor, producer, vocalist, NASA scientist in the film, Tommy Mack, and director Jonathan Lawrence. So tell me a little bit about yourselves and how this project got started. Tommy, let's start with you.
Well, I'm a filmmaker as well, but I'm also a musician. And I had this really strange song, and we wanted to use our filmmaking chops. And Jonathan said, "Hey, let's do something." I said, "Okay." And he chose that song, the weirdest one in my repertoire. And I said, "What the hell can we possibly do with something like this? It's a meaningless song." And he goes, "That's perfect."
Yeah.
And so we decided we'd do something science fiction. And then we went to a restaurant, had a few drinks, and started planning. And the rest is basically Jonathan's genius.
Cool. So you said it is a meaningless song to you. Is there any concept behind Nice Shoes in particular? Any through line that you can like what if you were to describe Nice Shoes, the music video and the song? Well, let's start with the song. Sorry. If you were to describe Nice Shoes in 2 sentences, how would you describe it?
Stream of conscious with a great beat.
Yes, totally. Great. Cool. Thank you. And Jonathan, tell us a little bit about you and how you got connected to this project.
I've known Tommy for quite a long time. He and I've worked together on other things, and he's helped produce some things that I've done. And yeah, he did come to me with a song. I don't recall having a choice. I thought I remember him saying, "This is the song we're doing," and I said, "Sure, you want to do this?" I think I was the one who said it was meaningless and came up with the idea that it's a music video is meaningless as the song. And it just had a sci-fi kind of thingy, kind of retro sci-fi sound to me with some cool tones in there and sound effects. And my original thing was to do something kind of like with robots and actually get a bunch of people who make robots and do some cool stuff with that. And that went away very quickly. And then we just kind of moved in. It kind of evolved, and I just told Tommy, you know what, I want to make this a sci-fi, and let's just do referential stuff. And he had mentioned the Rod Serling bit, because there's that bit in the song that is actually kind of a Rod Serling thing where it's like, picture this, you know? And so I said, okay. So we did the Rod Serling thing. And I said, one thing I have to do if we're doing Twilight Zone is I have to recreate the opening from scratch with miniatures or CGI or whatever, but I want to open it with the Twilight Zone. He's like, knock yourself out.
Well, how long did it take to shoot this project?
Tommy.
Okay. Well, we'd like to say that time is relative, and it makes no difference. But the truth is, it took us a hell of a long time because we really didn't have much of a budget.
Mm-hmm.
We got the wonderful talent of an amazing crew and actors to work for less than they would work for, and everyone pitched in. So it took a long time to do it because, once again, no money. Here's a real quick anecdote.
How long, Tommy? How long?
Oh, a year.
Yeah, cool. I mean, it's amazing. That's what the film experience is. And this was a 4-minute video, but it was extremely involved. There's a lot going on. So to take a year and on an independent level where you're doing what you can with what you've got, that makes sense, But what were you going to say, your anecdote?
He was mentioning the Twilight Zone opening, and he recreated it prop by prop in real time. And we were sent a cease and desist by CBS, the network that aired Twilight Zone, because they thought we just lifted their footage, that we sampled it. We had to prove to them that we recreated it shot for shot.
Right.
And we won.
That's a big challenge. Can you tell me?
Amazing.
Yeah. What other challenges did you experience in your production?
A lot of it, happened in Tommy's pad, and so I told him I wanted to do a tinfoil room, and so he turned his place into a tinfoil room for a lot of the main stuff with the 3 Tommies, and some of the challenges were just really working with other people's schedules who are helping us for next to nothing. Getting the costumes together and things like that, which Tommy did all that. That's all Tommy. The costumes, the locations, he nailed all of that stuff. So just a really great producer on his part.
Great. Yeah. Any other challenges that you can think of, Tommy?
Knowing how much to bribe security guards for their locations.
Yeah.
It's an art form.
Yeah.
And
And then,
try not to get kicked out of certain places. Showing up to places when it's not filled with Christmas lights because you weren't thinking ahead, like the Bradbury Building. Wonderful location. Been in a lot of movies, as you know. They don't allow filming there unless you pay a lot of money, which of course we had none.
yeah.
And so we just we stole the shots. We told them we were tourists from Nebraska. We're huge Blade Runner fans. Can we get some photographs? And of course they didn't know we were actually shooting.
Yeah.
So things like that, just having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that really was the biggest challenge, is taking something like the Bradbury shots and then adding in all the lights that were in Blade Runner and all the smoke and things like that. Because we shot on a 5D Mark III. We're shooting on a DSLR, and I think we have one shot on a Blackmagic camera. But you know, just working with that and trying to figure out, okay, how do we do these special effects? What's going to be real? What's not going to be real? I happen to live near the street that the actual E.T. film was filmed on, so we actually have the street where he's riding the bicycles where they take off, and things like that. But a lot of it was CGI, obviously, some green screen. No really outstanding challenges that you wouldn't find in a normal production, whether it's low budget or huge budget, just standard stuff, because everybody was so great in participating in this and really pulling together to make it happen. A lot of enthusiasm around this project.
Oh, thanks.
In fact, the only thing I can think of is that we had way more footage than we possibly could use for how long the song was, and we couldn't edit the song. And that's a shame, because we had some great stuff that never made it to film or made it on the edit.
Would you ever take any of that footage and use it for something else, for another project?
It's pretty specific, I think, for this.
Right. Okay.
How many alien autopsies can you use, you know?
Right. Yeah.
Hey, you want to do a commercial for your auto dealership? We've got an alien autopsy scene.
Yeah, that's awesome. Tell me about any favorite moments you had shooting or CGIing during production, making this movie. Favorite moment?
Gosh, for me, well, I know what Tommy's is, and it involves a group of people for a film that's we don't think has ever been recreated successfully. He can tell you that. For me, it was working with good people, meeting new friends, working with my friend Irina, who played Barbarella, and just we just had so much fun behind the scenes, just laughing and playing music and doing stupid things, and we just had a great time with that.
Great.
And also my friend who Tommy introduced me to, Teresa Ireland, who played Dallas from Aliens.
Oh, she played Ripley, and she played
not Dallas, Ripley.
Scientists. Yeah.
Thank you.
For me, Buckaroo Banzai's closing credit scene, where they're all walking at this pole of the dam, we managed to find 9 people to get perfect costumes, which was hard to do, and get them all wrangled together and, you know, sneak onto a location, bribing the security guard. That was a blast. And apparently the director of Buckaroo Banzai saw it and said it blew his mind. So I'm so thrilled to hear that.
That's really exciting. Awesome. Thank you so much. Let's see. If there's anything you want your audience to take away from this movie, what would that be? This music video?
Tommy?
I would say that, you know, go out there and shoot something. Today's technology allows you to do so much. I mean, right now I'm on a starship, even though you and I both know it's a green screen in my apartment.
What?
It looks so real.
And what's up with the Empire not having handrails? I mean, why do people walk here? They could easily fall off. What the hell?
I don't know, gravity, right?
I mean, they might as well just rename the whole Star Wars trilogy No Handrails. But, you don't have to have money. Just have to have imagination and go out, and most importantly, have fun. And the last most important thing to me, feed your crew very well.
Cool.
Feed them very well. Craft services.
Even if you're paying them, feed them well. But if you're not paying them, feed them really well, which Tommy did. Tommy did a great job producing this. And for me, what I want people to take away from this is just to really just kind of disconnect from all the stress around for a while and just have fun. There's nothing important about this. There's nothing big about this. It's just, especially if you're my age or Tommy's age or thereabouts, or just love old science fiction, just to be able to tune out and go, good Lord, that was fun. You know, there's really nothing brilliant to take away from this. I don't think there's no deep message, humanitarian message, other than we just wanted to have fun. And I think we did. And I think a lot of people who watch it have fun.
Great. Well, tell me what's next for you. What is your next project that you're working on? Do you have one, or what's
Oh,
next?
feature films, taking over the United Nations as Secretary General, you know, the normal stuff.
What
So
about you, Jonathan?
I'm starting to work on some new music, getting back into the music industry as well. And so we'll try to outdo this one in the future.
Great, thanks. Yeah, great. And Jonathan, what about you?
I'm using this this time in isolation to finish up a Indiana Jones fan film that I was roped into many years ago, and so I'm doing all the post on that right now. It's a feature film about an Indiana Jones feature film, and then right after that, I'm moving up into my next project, which is kind of a Matrix type sci-fi feature.
Great. Well, thank you both so much for being here. I really appreciate you taking the time. Was there anything else you wanted to share about Nice Shoes?
We're so honored to have it part of the Valley Film Festival. This is great.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for giving us an opportunity to be a part of this and speaking with us about it. We think what you're doing is terrific.
Great. Well, thanks, you guys.